Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Doris's Daily Deets, where I discuss everything from fashion, beauty to lifestyle. As you can tell by the title, today's video is none other than my 1 week post-op breast reduction surgery update. So yes, it's been approximately 1 week and I want to say 4 days at this point. Wait. Yes, 1 week and 4 days. So I'm teetering towards 2 weeks, but hey, I'm not perfect. I was trying to get this out to you guys, but I just wanted to make sure, that I was ready and able, just give you all the details that I wanted to have. And I wanted everything to kind of be like wrote out. So I have some notes here because I didn't want to forget anything with this video. So I really did take my time with preparing for this one. But of course, before we get into all of that, make sure you guys are subscribed if you are not already, and make sure that you like, comment, and make sure you are a part of the notification gang, hashtag notification gang, so you can know when I am posting and uploading videos, and that way you are the first to get the alerts and stuff like that. So you know when I will be informing you of some deeds. Okay, and then of course, if you are not goodness, I can't talk today. If you are not following me on all my social media platforms, I am on Instagram as the_queen_D, and on Facebook, I'm under Doris Yvette. That'll also be linked down below. And without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so my breast reduction was, like I said, approximately 1 week and 4 days ago. It was actually on October 12th. And now it is October 23rd, and you are seeing me post-op. As far as the experience, it was definitely an experience, to say the least. I had never really had any type of major surgery before, so this whole journey has just been eye-opening. A lot of things, that I just wasn't prepared for, but it's fine. I'm okay, but I'm just saying, like, it's just a lot. It's been a learning experience, to say the least. I'll leave it at that. So I'll start off with the day of surgery. So the night or the day before my surgery, the hospital called me and they told me I had to be at the surgery center at approximately 8:45 a.m. So, my mother and my sister were the ones who took me to surgery that day, and we got there on time. And when we got there, it was just a lot of prepping. Different nurses were kind of coming in and out the room. I had to change clothes, and I would say that my sister and mother were in there at least about 2 hours before I even got took back to the operating room. At one point, the doctor came in. He put like all his little markings and stuff on me and stuff like that, for where he was going to map out the chest. He kind of again talked to me about what was going to be going on, the procedure in itself, what to expect, all that good stuff. There was a discrepancy with drains. That was the only thing. Like, the nurse for some reason was thinking I was going to get drains, but the doctor came in and reassured me that I would not have drains. So I was so excited, because if you don't know what drains are, they're just like, sometimes after surgery you have to get these like drains on the side of you, and I'm just not about just extra stuff in my body type. No, that's just not me. So she was scaring me, but I was just trying to be level-headed. And my mom was like, wait, what do I have to do to empty these drains? Because she was the one who was going to be taking care of me. And I don't know, that was the part that scared me the most pre-op. But when he came in after her, he was like, oh no, there must be some kind of miscommunication, because I don't do that. So I'm like, oh Lord, thank you. So that was that. And then I would say maybe about 2 hours later, finally I got, during that 2 hours prior, I should say, I got my IV put in and all that stuff. Which, I was scared, but it wasn't even that bad, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but it wasn't that bad. And then after I got my IV put in, I was just kind of just laying there, just talking to my mom and my sister, hanging out. And until the anesthesiologist crew came in and they took me back to the operating room. I just remember like people kind of just talking amongst themselves while I was laying there. And they put the oxygen mask over me, and then the rest is history. I do not know. I don't remember anything beyond that point, which is a good thing. I mean, I wouldn't want to be remembering being cut up and stuff. So apparently the surgery lasted a little over 3 hours, which I think is average. And all I remember when I was coming from up under the anesthesia was just feeling like I had to go to work. I just remember just feeling like, I don't know, like I just was getting up, like that sleepy feeling that you have when you've been in a deep sleep and you just have to wake up, and it's like, oh no. And I just kept thinking I had to go to work. So apparently I was in a recovery room at some point. I really don't remember that at all. All I know is I just woke. I mean, by the time I remember anything, I was actually getting wheeled back to the room I was in pre-op, and then I just remember my mom and sister were waving at me, and I'm just like, oh hey. Then there were like some graham crackers on the side of the bed with some ginger ale, and I just remember yelling, hey, this isn't keto. So random, right? So, and next thing I remember is just having to pee so bad. I don't know. I just had to go. So they were like trying to unhook me, and I was just like, I just have to go. I have to get out. I have to use the bathroom. Then I was in pain. I just was feeling like this pressure on my chest. You know, obviously just the pressure of just, you know, you being just cut. I did feel it at first, and then they gave me some Oxycontin, which kind of helped the pain subside a little bit. But you know, I was a little out of it. So I mean, it wasn't anything where I was just like or screaming or anything, but I did feel pain. So I went to the bathroom on my own. I don't even know how I did that. I just remember just walking like as fast as I could within the, you know, the constraints of what the circumstance was, as fast as I don't know. So yeah, I used the bathroom, and then I remember getting dressed, and they wheelchaired me out. And then as I was getting wheelchaired out, I just remember saying to my mom, like, hey, don't we have some extra wheelchairs at the house that we could use? I don't know. I was just really out of it. And I know the nurse was laughing, and yeah, there was just a lot going on within that moment. So not sure. Yeah, a lot of that is very vague. Okay, so enough about that. So that day, I just remember, I mean, I came home, I went to sleep, I woke back up hungry because I hadn't ate, because you know, we weren't allowed to, or you're not allowed to eat anything, I think after midnight the night before, and then obviously, you know, until after the surgery. So I mean, I guess all I had was those graham crackers, and I really hadn't ate because I had actually got like sick from something I had ate the day before. So I hadn't ate since noon the day before, so I was starving. So my mother had got me some soup, and she was trying to give me something light. She was feeding it to me, and then I had like some keto type bread that she had made with it. And then I stood up, and then I was nauseous, which is normal because the anesthesia will make you nauseous. That's just a disclaimer. And I didn't end up throwing up. And then my mother like ran downstairs because she lives in an apartment, and they have a vending machine downstairs. And she ran and got me some ginger ales, and I drank that, and I was okay. So that was day one. That was the most significant thing that happened day one. Oh, and then my doctor actually called and checked up on me. He's awesome. If you guys ever are getting some type of plastic surgery, I highly recommend Dr. Stephen Goldman. He's so sweet, really great, very personable. Yeah. So he called me to check up on me. I was still out of it. I mean, I told him I was doing okay. And then, you know, he was just letting me know that after 48 hours, I would be able to take a shower and all that good stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm ready to go back to sleep from this anesthesia. So it hadn't wore off yet. Next day, I still was a little out of it, a little groggy, but I was, you know, I was still functioning though. I just remember like watching TV, and just doing normal stuff. I know my mother made breakfast that day, and I just was sitting up, just trying to get, you know, adjusted. I mean, I was taking my pain meds because I would still, you know, have pain. It was still fresh. So the pain meds were helping me. And yeah, that was day 2. Nothing crazy happening. Then day 3, oh my goodness, it was the day that I had to take the shower, which I was honestly dreading. I was not really looking forward to taking a shower. I know a lot of people are. I just was not looking forward to looking cut up. Sorry about that. I was not looking forward to looking cut up. I was like really scared. I just, I knew my chest was going to look different. It was going to be weird to see myself looking like that. So yeah, so I was actually a little nervous about it. So my mom, thank God, she has been my rock through this whole thing. Not sure what I would have done without her, which is, we'll get into that later. But she's like, you don't have to look at it. I was like, thank God. She was like, yeah, don't look, and she took the bandages off. And I just was just ready to hurry up and get the shower over with. I'm like, come on. It was just awkward. It was weird. Ugh, no. So she helped me shower that first day. She had some extra like bandages and gloves and stuff here just from, prior procedures that she's had and stuff like that. So either way it goes, she had medical stuff here. Now, with that, the hospital I went to, they did not send me home with any gauze, anything. I mean, I had a surgical bra on with the gauze that, they wrapped me up with the day of, but that was it. So I recommend, luckily my mother had that stuff here. I wasn't prepared for that part of it at all. So, yeah, if you are thinking about having something like this done, I would maybe say ask the hospital ahead of time if that's something that they provide. Or if not, I would go out and just purchase some, maybe get something temporarily until you can get to somebody that does give that to you. But yeah, so long story short, I didn't have any of that stuff, but she did. So, I got a little lucky in that area because of that. So she, bandaged me back up, and I mean, I was fine after that. And then just went on about my regular day. Then after that, the next few days, I would say I was just kind of getting stronger and stronger by the day, still having some pain. Post-op with my mom, looking crazy. Making a quick Walmart run.
Damn.
And I am excited. But I still was trying to get up. I would, walk up and down the hallway just to avoid any type of clotting. And my doctor really was, big on making sure that I did that. So that was something that I was trying to make sure that I got in. Even though the worst part of this all is like the sensation of laying back, and then getting up. That's where I felt the most pain. Like once I was up, I would feel a little pressure and stuff. I was fine, but it was just like when you initially are trying to just, change the whole gravity of, just standing upward. That was when I felt the most pain. So, one thing I want to point out is, when I was getting my dressings changed for the first couple days, I had to put like Neosporin, or my mom, thank God for my mother. She's been putting like the Neosporin and stuff on there for me, but I was so nauseous. Like, I don't know what it was. I just had to kind of grasp everything in my head. So like nauseousness is going to happen during this. I mean, for me at least, but I feel like anybody that is going through this, just be aware that there's going to be a lot of nauseous. I think it's just the shock that's, has happened to your body, and your body just trying to, get back used to, just its everyday functioning and stuff like that. And your mind and your mental psyche just kind of like, you will look like a different person. So keep that in mind. Yeah, the nauseousness was real. And then I would say that subsided maybe about after 3 days, maybe about the 4th day post-op. I would say the nauseousness kind of subsided from when I was getting my dressings changed. And then I had my follow-up appointment where the doctor wasn't there, but he had a nurse that did the appointment, and she just she ended up giving me more gauze. She redressed me with the bandages and stuff. the correct way, because honestly we weren't doing it right. I wouldn't say, she didn't say we were doing it wrong, but my mother was like putting tape, and she was saying we shouldn't be using tape up there because of skin breakdown. So that's a tip. You know, if you are bandaging up yourself, I was told not to use any type of like surgical tape around that area. I didn't know, but that's what we were doing for the first few days. Anyway, so they recommended, you know, after, you know, the gauze runs out, that they were going to give me that. A lot of people just use like Kotex pads, which is honestly what I have been using. I have no shame in my game, from the Dollar Tree, to dress my, you know, the incisions. And the reason that I'm wearing dressing is because there is some seeping. It's really subsided a lot. I will say that within, like, from where it started to where it is now, it's definitely not as much as it was before. But she told me I was healing up fine, and that, you know, I could resume my normal functions. And then I'm not sure if other people get this with their reductions, but she did inform me that the doctor had actually did lipo on me underneath my underarm area, because I did notice that I had some incisions like in my armpit area, and I'm like, well, what was going on back there? So she did tell me that that's where he did lipo, and she informed me to you know, try to kind of massage that area, you know, just because there is some bruising there and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing since then. And, you know, just putting my ice packs on, and yeah, so this is me. Now, and that kind of brings me to this point. So that's what I've been doing ever since that appointment, just, you know, redressing myself and just doing little stuff here and there. After that, let's see what else happened. Okay, so now, you know, I did drive a little, and the one thing that I noticed when I'm driving is like turning the steering wheel, like I could kind of feel a little tension, not a lot, but you know, I mean, it's not something that I you know, want to be doing excessive amounts of. So the places I have been driving to have not been really far at all. I've been very close. A lot of times I just get rides if I need to go somewhere. Now, the stuff that I was not prepared for, I'll go ahead and get into that right now. And hopefully this video isn't too long. I may have to make this a 2-part video if it is. But, so what I was not prepared for, of course, was the after effects. Like, I really didn't think too hard about recovery, because my doctor just kind of said, oh yeah, most people are back to work in 3 days, and that's that. And I'm like, 3 days? I thought that sounded pretty quick, but I'm like, well, maybe it's just a quick recovery. It can be. And let me tell you this, because as you can see, I mean, if you are doing a sit down job, which is, this is kind of like I'm working now, you know, I'm doing YouTube, so. But I mean, if you're just doing a sit down job and not much movement going on, yeah, I mean, technically you can. I mean, I feel fine. I don't feel like, you know, I'm out of it. I'm not taking any type of narcotics anymore or anything like that. And, you know, the pain is, you know, it's minimal, just, you know, little stuff here and there, but just normal healing process type pain, nothing crazy. Yeah, so I didn't think about the fact that, you know, you use your upper body strength for a lot of different things, like getting up. So for the first few days, I mean, getting out the bed was really difficult. Like, I would have to kind of scoot, or getting up off a couch, a chair. You know, I really couldn't like push down because it would be painful. You can't really lift your hands over your head at first. I mean, that's just stuff that I just didn't think about. Like tasks like going to the bathroom, like I had to have the toilet paper move closer to me, like reaching, and all of that is going to be affected. So if you have a job where any of that is involved, I suggest at least giving yourself a full week of recovery. A week, if you can do 2 weeks, I would say do 2. I personally, I took 2 weeks from one job, 3 weeks from another. But I mean, you know, that's different for everybody's situation. I understand not everybody has that luxury to be off work, but that's kind of what I prepared for. And I think that's an ample amount of time, if I could be quite honest, just based off how I'm feeling now. You know, just taking it easy. That will be my biggest takeaway from this whole thing. But overall, I am very happy. I'm so happy. As you can see, I'm a lot smaller now. I'll even end it before, and this jacket looks so different on me than it did then. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm not in my normal setup because, like I said, I'm staying with my mom because of the fact that I, need help with just some stuff like getting dressed and stuff like that and showering. It's still kind of difficult and dressing my own incisions and all that just because it's kind of hard to put the bra on and then the padding. So yeah, but other than that, what was I gonna say? Other than that, yeah, I am very happy with my results. I really will not know my cup size that he got me down to. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I started off as a 36 HH. His goal was to get me down to about a D cup. My chest is still kind of swollen. They have not fell into their shape yet, so I am not 100% sure where I will end up. But so far, so good. I will say that the right breast is healing a lot faster than the left. I feel like I have a significant more of a significant amount of swelling on this side, which hopefully, is normal. I have another follow-up appointment next week, and then I will also, of course, be giving you guys another update. Hopefully this video was not too long, but I just wanted to kind of give you an update so you guys can see how I've been doing. A lot of you have been asking, and I really do appreciate it. So if you have any questions, make sure you guys are commenting. I love to hear from you guys. It kind of saddens me when I see that, I'm sitting here, giving all this content and nobody's saying anything, but some people will call me instead of commenting on the video, and I understand, but I really appreciate it if you guys just would comment down below. Make sure you guys are engaging with me because I love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, if you guys have experienced this, if you guys have had similar experiences to this, just let me know. But so far so good, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.